ahead and call the meeting to order. We'll stand for the pledge. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear Lord, we thank you for this day and we thank you for your many blessings. We ask, Lord, that you watch over us in this meeting, protect us, Lord, and have us to do the things that would be in your will. Help us, Lord, as we make decisions that will impact the parks and all of the citizens of Mount Pleasant. Help us to do the right thing. It's in Jesus' name. Right. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, roll call. Bedford not here yet. All right, Kathy.
Here.
Lori.
Here.
Larry.
Hello.
Katrina. Here. Anna.
Here.
All right. We have roll call done. You have the minutes. We were sent those. Was there anything on these that needed to be corrected or fixed? If not, I'll entertain a motion to accept.
Make a motion to accept the minutes as written.
Second. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Let's see. Water Day.
There have been a few changes since we last talked. We've added in the Public Works Department to our water day. They were planning on having one later in the month, but they decided that it would just be easier just to do it together. They're going to come, set up a tent, cook hamburgers. We're going to provide drinks, waters, and chips to go with the hamburgers. The bank is going to come up and do Cool Pops again. And they're going to have some little, maybe coloring books or something to give out to the kids for, to like public work awareness or whatever. They did this last year and wanted to do it again this year, just to kind of have a, get the people aware of public works and, get the guys out into the public. So, hang on, this is Miss Jackie. Hello? Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am, it's at City Hall in the courtroom. Oh, no, okay. All right. Okay, thank you, bye. All right.
What is the date
But
for
yeah,
Water Day?
it's planned for Saturday from 9 to 1. They're going to start cooking hamburgers at 10 and start serving them by 11.
Movie night.
The bathrooms are almost finished at Aero Mines. We're just waiting for electricity for that in the pavilion. So I think that we'll just go forward with planning to have the movie there at that park. We'll do popcorn. We can grab some cookies and waters, and I think that'll be plenty and have a good night. Maybe either the new Karate Kid movie or the new Smurfs movie would be a good movie to watch that night, unless y'all have something better or the other y'all can think of. September the 20th. Dark at that time would probably be around 6:37-ish.
You go back over and turn them tables
Yeah.
up. You're not showing them.
So, but I think we can get that done over there if the bathrooms are finished, and that would be a good thing.
Haunted trails.
At the start of September, I'll be sending out our letter, asking for donations for candy, inviting our businesses to set up that night, looking for, participants in the chili cook-off, and, on the 25th of October, we'll meet at the center start setup around 4 o'clock. And no, the event starts at 4 o'clock from 4 to 6. So we'll get there probably 2 o'clock, start getting everything set up, lined up, get spaces marked, and people will start coming in and setting up their tents and their tables.
Okay. Barbecue festival update.
We went live on our page for applications. As of right now, we are looking at 32 vendors and 5 cooks. I have spoken with Stacy Finley about getting in contact with churches to help with the Kid Zone, to help, like with the games and different stations and things like that. She has a bunch that was left from when the Bass team took on the barbecue festival. So that's not a problem. That there'll be plenty for the kids to do. I contacted Buggy's Bouncers, who we use for our water slide, and reserved us a bounce house today. I've got in contact with several local businesses about some donations for small little prizes to make up goodie bags for the costume contest kids, and even maybe some of the prizes for like the winners of the contest, because there will be several different age groups. The fire department's their local chapter,
Association.
yes, Firefighter Association, they were talking about possibly sponsoring our trophies. They would just like their names, to be put on there, sponsored by. Our performers are going to be Hannah Caffey. She's a young lady that we go to church with, just a new up and coming young lady. And then our second group is going to be Yonder Grove. They've played Uptown. They've played Music on the Porch. So they're all booked in. I spoke with them, and they're supposed to be getting me their information. I spoke with the cheerleaders, the band, the middle school dancers, Art of Grace, and everyone as of now is a go for their performances on the Saturday and Friday night for the pep rally. I spoke with Jeff with the animals. He has plans that weekend, but he was going to talk to his wife to see if they could maybe like switch around, and he was going to let me know at a later time if they would be able to come. And right now, we're just working on layouts, which thanks to Mr. Jack Burgett, he got us some spaces laid out and a
Do you mind
stage.
if I take them through this?
Sure, go ahead.
While I'm doing that, when you pull up the schedule and kind of just go back to the
Mhm.
schedule, try to get feedback on that. All right, on the board, again, this is not set in stone, but what we're proposing, so this is our new layout design. So Bluegrass, Halong, City Hall, North Main, South Main. Let's kind of start here. Here's a stage for the music. So it'll be blocked off Friday night, and she'll go through the schedule here in a minute. We're looking at possibly a car show on this side. I think it's going to happen. If it's not, we still are going to end up shutting down here just because of the safety issues with cars coming through. So that's Friday here, car show, Friday night. Here on the square itself, these blocks indicate the bumpers. So notice out front, we used to do it here, there's just not enough room anymore. It's so condensed in, so it's not enough room to actually have all of those and then have people really come through. The spacing has to be so much with the separation, just cause of fire and stuff like that. We get more of these vendors in these squares, they're 10 by 10. So we look at Halong going down. You said you had how many? 30?
There's 34 spaces.
Yeah. How many we have signed up?
32.
We're almost at capacity on that. Unless, and I'll get to that in a second, but here's all vendors. but going on even down Glass, depends on what happens here, we may not do that, and then kind of slowly, if vendors keep coming or cookers go this way, we want to make sure we keep some ADA parking in here, so we get people in, get close. So that's why I say we car show, but Saturday we may end up with some vendors this way. Over in our back parking lot is the kid zone that she had talked about. And we're stopping it right here at Whiteman's. So this is our initial layout. Love to get feedback on it. As far as layout. One thing I think we realized, the footprint is different. It's different, so we'll have to design it different. Now it's a little different having cookers on the square, maybe a little cooler. And all your vendors are here, overflow for Saturday. Stage this way. This area, picnic tables here, this area for the events that she'll go over here in just a second.
Where's the booth, the vendor booth gonna be?
The red squares.
So the red. So these squares here going down Halong, we'll probably, hopefully stop it right here at the edge, because you start getting that way, I don't know how much foot traffic you'll have. We're trying to keep it where people will stay in the area. But again, don't really like these, but we may be able to come this way. Depends on how many more of the cookers we get too. One good thing this year, every pole has electricity we go to, and we also have an event. They're called generators that'll sit down on the platforms. We have two of them, so we'll go to power from it.
How we
And
gonna
Ms.
watch
Jackie
it?
from the beginning kind of helped us get all of it together from past experience.
We gonna watch the game.
She's gonna go through the schedule. Before she does that, though, is there anything you guys see that we need to tweak?
If I was a vendor, I wouldn't want to be in
Me
one of
either,
those
that's what
spots
I
on
think.
Halong.
Or here, really, right?
But where's
Maybe
the,
up
where's
here.
the kids zone?
Back
Right
here.
there.
You'll get traffic
There.
over that
Mhm.
way. I'm worried about the ones on Halong that go past City Hall there, kind
This entrance,
of, on the ones from there up. I'm worried that
these.
No,
the other way, that those will be, that, if I was a vendor, I wouldn't want to be there. To be
Now, the
honest
year that
with
we
you.
did it with the bass team, we ran people all the way down to the bank. That's the space that we had, which is where those are. But you know, we didn't have like Main Street available to block off, and we didn't have all of that. All of ours was set directly into the square and down Halong. So
Yeah, but we ran it very condensed
Mhm.
with the islands coming out here. We probably even got it very condensed now.
Well, I
So,
think you might be better off to put your vendors where you've got car show and run the car show up Halong.
but
Yes. How positive are you about the car show? And
the
it's on
mayor says it's a
Friday?
go.
It's on Friday.
It's on Friday
It's
night.
Friday though, so Saturday's wide open.
Saturday is
To move
when
those
vendors will
vendors?
set up.
If I can, they say
Yes,
something
ma'am.
from past, events, the vendors do not like to be near the smoke. It's on their property.
Mhm.
Yeah, we need.
But I do agree, a vendor. They're down here, I don't know.
Right.
You know, it really depends on the product. I mean, if there's something somebody's selling that people really want, to me, if I see tents up and people with tables, I'm gonna walk down there to see.
Yeah,
what they
if
got.
I start down there, I'm gonna go to the end.
Because I mean, once you start walking like the vendor booths, you're just gonna kind of keep going down the line until they run out.
I don't understand why we having a car show. Barbecue.
They've always had it. It's been on Saturday. Probably from 12 to 2 or something like that, but they've always had.
Think foot traffic, so we got some positives and negatives. This is, senior night. I think it's senior
For
night.
the hospital, yes.
So we're trying to incorporate a pep rally, band in that. I think, and I think we could go up. We even offered to feed them maybe, but this don't really start till like 5 and we understand they eat like 3 o'clock.
Yeah, they.
So if we incorporate that, so that's either positive or negative. Will people come? I think parents are coming, children are coming. I think band and you'll have us here. Our show is foot traffic, those folks. So we want our vendors to be successful Friday night as well. And then as she said, we're going to try to show the game because that's the theme of the night.
Yeah.
Because it is that we're not going to. I think if we have more and more vendors, maybe we shift this to here on Saturday. Well, that's not that because they're going to be here Friday, and then all your vendors are here. But either way, you're going to have smoke.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But I do think that if we have any more vendors than we already have, we can even take those closer to the end of the sidewalk down on the far end and move them up to where the car show is going to be on Friday and just extend that out that way.
this point in August,
We should have a lot more than that.
our vendors.
That's
This will
good.
be pretty
You also, don't you think, that, down by the grill, going that way, one line, if they were concerned about foot traffic, because the kids zone will be across the street.
I think when we looked at this, even though there's not a lot open on Saturday, we got to make sure we take into account general commerce, so they keep parking there, and so people, if something like lightning's open on Saturday,
Yeah.
we don't want to shut that down. We want to take from him. They're already gonna, some of them already get a little mad. Like,
Well, I know in the past, and several years back,
sorry.
they did the kid zone up in front of like the power company area
Yeah.
at one point in time before they moved it to the back parking lot, which kind of kept the kids contained in an area, and gave them like a bigger space to spread out and all that. But
You're gonna have a car show, you don't want them kids up there.
well, the car show is going to be on Friday night. It's not going to be there on Saturday when the kids are here. When the kids don't set up on Saturday.
Here's what's, I think it's some good positive feedback. Email this out to everybody, and that way next month you have time to think about it. We'll know how many more vendors maybe actually signed up, and then tweak it. Is that fair enough?
Yeah, I mean, it's not set in stone.
I mean,
Are
I
the
like it.
vendors only coming Saturday?
Friday, Friday.
They coming Friday and Saturday?
The vendors are coming just Saturday. The cooks are coming Friday and
Oh,
Saturday.
okay.
Okay, well then the car show be gone.
Yeah, so we can do the vendors. Where the
Good.
car show is.
The schedule that I've got laid out right now for Friday night. That's senior night. We'll start the national anthem at 5. The car show will be set up by then and ready to go. We'll do a pep rally with the band and the cheerleaders. And then we'll do the barbecue awards, announce winners from the barbecue festival pageant. And then we'll do just play some music over the speakers.
What package?
We'll get to that in a minute. It has nothing to do with the city.
Oh Lord. I
Um,
didn't know
And
y'all
then-
want to be dressing.
Then we'll start 7 o'clock at game time. We'll turn the game on the big screen, and we might could even talk them into broadcasting the actual senior night part before the game, and we can just turn it on as soon as that starts.
They start a little early, because they
Mhm.
gotta walk the field.
They got to walk the field, yes, ma'am. And then we'll shut down at 9.
Have you reached out to April yet?
Mhm.
We have them in there at 5.
I've already, yeah, as long as they're out of there, the pep rally is probably not going to last but about 30 minutes. So between 5 and 5:30, just, enough to get the crowd hyped up for a little bit. And then they can leave and get back to the field in plenty of time to get stuff done. Because the game starts at 7. Senior night will probably start about 5:15. 6:15, 6:30. It's usually right before the game. So they'll have that hour in there to get back and get done what needs to be done.
Well, if the vendors are only set up Saturday, I would take those spaces that are way out of 'Cause people are gonna walk and then turn left. Those that are on Haylong way up there at the top, and I would put them over here where you've got car show and overflow or whatever down that.
But I think smoke too, right? Take that into account. Or maybe.
Yeah,
you
but-
talk
It's not
about-
gonna matter if you're at the corner of this building or over there. The smoke's gonna be the same either way. If you're gonna be down there where it says overflow,
But on Saturday, the stage is going across.
Mm-hmm.
We thought about doing it this way,
Okay.
but I think to leave this open for contingency,
Mm-hmm.
turn it this way. You
Okay.
still have this area, tables or whatever, and people or whatever. This way, we just block ourselves off.
Okay. Easy access, if we put them on the car show ones, they have easy access to that area.
Yeah, wide open.
Okay. You don't worry about people behind the stage.
We didn't know how many vendors we would have, so we first thought, all right, we're just shutting this down. But now in August we have 30 something.
we may have 30 something more by the time it gets here.
and we'll have to eventually go. Which is great, right? It's a great
Yeah,
problem to
that's
have.
right.
It's a great problem to have.
But you could run them down both sides of the street over there
Yeah,
where
yeah.
that is.
One thing we've never done in the past, and I think it's important to do, is leave some for ADA, so we can control that with get them in and get them out. We've never done it before, and we probably should have. So I think we've got at least some space to be able to get some people that can't walk.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I forgot about that.
But that still, if it's controlled, we still can move pretty decent through here.
Mhm.
And if necessary, like you said, it's very important to have the ADA, parking, and also have a sign pointing more vendors in the direction.
Where they are.
Yeah.
Something to keep in mind though, if we're doing the costume thing, is on that right-hand side where it says car show, the morning of the costume thing was full of kids. Between the lines for the sign up, the kids getting the different things, getting ready. So
Like staging area.
Yes.
A lot of it, yeah, I see what you're saying.
I was surprised at how much room those kids took up.
Oh yeah. We talked about I talked to Lindsay about that to get with like the donations, for that, just to kind of get an estimate about how many kids we had at the last one, and they said that there was 100 kids at least.
Mm.
So there's a lot of kids that come out for this contest
Mhm.
of all ages.
I would probably do their sign up somewhere back here in the kid zone instead of close to the car show if you're doing it on Friday.
Well, I mean, we do also have the whole square open.
Yeah,
like
there ain't
the
any room
whole-
on that square.
You know what
You
I'm
could
talking
get
about.
100 kids on the square.
But I mean, to set up for like for them to like sign up,
Yeah.
we could set up a table and a tent right there for them to do that, to register, and then stage them somewhere else and like walk them up, do like a little parade.
Mm-hmm. Line them up back here in the parking lot and parade them up,
Mhm,
maybe up
yeah.
across the stage and down or something.
I wouldn't do them across the stage just for safety
Around
purposes,
the stage.
because if they're
something.
like me, they're klutzy and they're gonna fall and get hurt.
Yeah, I think the last one we did, they were just
Walked in
the
front.
stage.
Mhm.
So I think let's send this out to everybody and then kind of sleep on it and think about it. And then I think all these are great comments. The next month we kind of hone it in more. Because I'm sure there's things we're probably missing, or maybe they're not. But I think the more we look at it and think about it, and you wrap your mind around all of it, I think we can make it better. Are you done with your stuff? I did have one more thing I wanted to bring up on this. Are you done?
Yep.
So, become an AI fan here lately.
I wonder
You
why.
can get on board or get out, right?
I wonder why though.
Oh, that constant. Sorry. So, this kind of put together through AI for so like a banner we can have made to promote it. So the City of Mount Pleasant Barbecue Festival, or I can change that to the City of Mount Pleasant Parks and Rec. We can do whatever on that. Then the dates, and then Smoke on the Square. That AI did that, and I think that's pretty neat. The other idea to the right is a t-shirt, and I figured all the staff wear maybe the day of, but it's probably expensive to make, but it's pretty daggone cool. So one of the thoughts we had was, let's order 75, 100 of them. It's gonna cost us $1,000, but not trying to make money, but we could sell those and probably pay for all the shirts that we give out to the staff. In the past, when at the fire department, when we did breast cancer awareness, we would do the same thing. And every year we would send $1,000 to $2,000 to Murray Regional Cancer Center for that. So I think it's not a whole lot of risk. I think we can sell those. Just thought and feedback on that. The banner, first of all, I guess, and then if you all think the shirt's a good idea to kind of.
As far as the shirts,
Is that
like
the
people have really been asking for this to come back.
I
And I
know,
think they'll buy
I think
one.
they're wrong.
I think they
Because
will
they'll be
too.
scared it won't be another one. Come buy one.
And that whole smoke on the square, that's
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I like
Yeah, that's a whole
I mean,
lot better
that's-
than you can smell our butts miles away.
Those banners, like that's the way that we try not to post.
We got in trouble for stringing across the state road, so I think my thought process is City Hall maybe.
On just one of those banners. I was
Yeah,
thinking about the pole, okay.
No, not a poster.
Okay, pole, I was thinking about the
Yeah.
pole. Yeah, okay, yeah.
They do also have like the flags, like you see in front of some businesses that just stick in the ground that have like a it's actually like a canvas type thing material that is printed on. You just stick it in there and it sticks up and waves around in front of everybody's face. That, I mean, that could always be an option if
One other thought I had on.
the wind man.
One other thought I had on as far as that being senior night, and then like the cheerleaders, football players, the band. We have these nice poles now. We talked about it at Main Street the other day. They're 2x4, and those posters, and actually put them on our street lights. Don't know if we got enough time to turn around, and I don't know the cost, because there'll be special order. We talk, they're special order posts, they're
Yeah.
special order banners. But I think that would be a pretty cool thing. Even if it doesn't happen now, but maybe even seniors or class,
Yeah.
top 10 towards the end of the year to be able to
That would be
put
nice.
That would be
I've seen
nice.
those in places.
Mm-hmm.
It's just what are they going to cost because they're special. Everything out there is special.
I know that we did something similar to that in 2020 when the kids didn't get their baseball season. We did senior banners up here on the light post that
That's
year
where I saw it.
for them.
Are we gonna do, we're decorating the light posts? Like we've done at prior ones?
It's gonna catch on fire. They got the grill going.
No, I haven't put together that little competition thing, that they did in the past. But we do have decorations left from several years in the past up at the city shop in their storage area that we can put up that we've used before that are still in good shape.
Okay.
Good thought, and I thought about it. I'm not sure if the grant's closed out either by then because it's fall planning and maybe may not be, so we really can't do a whole lot. But we're gonna do.
Like we can
Cool.
find mums and ribbons and there are some
Well, I think that was part of the thing of having it as a competition, is that anybody who was decorating was bringing their own stuff to
Mhm.
decorate.
Yeah, they decorate.
And they just had different themes, for different years.
different poles, yeah. And the as far as the pageant, the Mount Pleasant Middle School cheerleaders are hosting the Miss Mid South Barbecue Festival pageant. So we'll do that the weekend before at the middle school, and then the queens will show up at the barbecue festival to help, like with the awards for the cooks, for the help wrangle the kids at the costume contest, and even show out in the kid zone with the kids.
Oh, that's great. I like that idea.
Yeah, that's good.
They've done that in the past, and I had a young lady who was a former barbecue queen reach out to me and ask me if we could do that, and I was like, well, probably not through the city because it's just we don't have that time, or whatever. And then I said, but I thought about doing that as a fundraiser. So she's getting that pulled together.
Okay. That it for the barbecue festival? All right, special reports.
Was there anything else left from Juneteenth, that y'all wanted to talk about? Because I know we kind of overlooked it last time. We touched base on it, but we really,
Then
like,
did-
everything went good. There's some things that we can do better and add to, and I think, like, every year it can just grow. Because we had a great turnout, and I think the basketball thing was something, you know, they could do, or, and definitely the bingo. Like, we grow that, and I think more people will show up and enjoy the day. And then we have speakers and more vendors, and maybe even some different kind of music or something to that. And I think it would be great.
I had considered, I think Juneteenth is on a Friday next year, I think. And we might just want to work on maybe throwing another day in there, Friday and Saturday. You know,
Right.
just something to think about.
We can definitely look into that and just have maybe an extra day of fun up there or something.
Yep.
But our next thing was our back to school bash.
Oh Lord, we handed out.
It went good until the rain started at about 12 and we got washed out. But Miss Luema said that
We used every bag we had. We made more bags. We took the supplies we had left over for teachers and made bags. Every kid that came up there and wanting school supplies got something. The bags were getting a little scarce at the end,
Yes.
but we gave out every bag, and we had just a little bit of stuff left. I mean, very little, and I just put it between the 3 schools, and they got one box delivered to each school and it was mostly ink pens because we had, 25,000 ink pens, but we gave out, I had bought 500 bags to fill, and we had around 50 bags left. So we may have handed out hundreds of bags of school supplies. So yeah, it was unreal. And we had people coming to get school supplies that
weren't from Mount Pleasant.
weren't from Mount Pleasant and weren't playing in the splash pad. They just came to get school supplies. So we were able to help a lot of kids
As we were setting up that morning, we had people waiting
to get school supplies.
to get school supplies and leave. Their kids they were dressed to go to town or something.
Yeah, it
So
was unreal. The amount, I don't know how many we had. We think we're going to get us a clicker so we can start
Yeah.
clicking and keeping up with them because we couldn't count fast enough.
no,
But there were lots of kids.
but we did have a great turnout that day, and the bank showed up again with their popsicles. If they don't do nothing else, they give out popsicles.
They were good. Our only thing that we had that really was kind of upsetting was they had mowed
Yeah,
and didn't blow it away from the splash pad. So we had cut grass that was this deep everywhere. They did bring over the sweeper and got a lot of it up, but that was after people were already there. And, my heart was taking deep breaths because there was kids running everywhere. And we had this guy up there with a sweeper trying to get the grass up. But, I think next time if they're going to mow it the day before, at least keep blowing it away from the splash pad because all that kids were picking it up, trying to throw it in the splash pad.
yeah,
were having to haul
they got a stern talking to about that.
But it was knee deep in grass clippings.
That's all I got.
City manager.
Yes, so y'all talk about Airmine's.
Just touch base.
Yeah, so Airmine's bathroom's near completion. Waiting on the final power inspection. I think it failed it, but I think it was minor, maybe some bonding and a breaker. But once that's complete and closed out, we'll come back and look and run in power to the shelter. There was vandalism over the past weekend. We think we've got a pretty good idea who's doing it, but we don't have cameras up yet, so that's part of it when the power is on. Maybe we can catch who's doing that. I did have David and Brent. I don't know if they've done it, but they're going to see if we need to replace some picnic tables, and even the park grill looked like it was hanging on by a fingernail. So we're looking at that to make sure that it's,
Well, I did take pictures of that and sent them to you yesterday.
I did too, but on two of those benches, like they just come up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I was over there when they flipped them back on.
we may need to, well, maybe cameras solve that.
Yeah.
But if not, maybe we need to look at, Boltzmann do that, but. So, time will tell, right?
Yeah.
And then, the last thing I have, we did not receive the Healthy Built grant that we applied for, thought we had a strong application. But my mind goes back to, well, how do we make it stronger? So I think that goes back to figuring out how to have update our strategic plan, how to get community input, putting that on paper. I haven't heard back from the state, but, and we'll try to get around to that as far as either with help or consulting, or we do it on our own, put together the next 5 years. Strategic plan.
All strategic plans and 5-year plans.
Well, it depends, because depending on how the strategic plan or master plan. To me, they're the same thing, but it depends on what you're applying for and what they call it and the elements of it. So,
We need to fix something that has the properties of both, then we can just change out the
Yeah.
title page.
and that's something they're gonna sit down
I
and try
mean,
to figure out what.
Change out the title page.
You know, our capital improvement plan for the city is a 10-year plan that we try to update every year or so. And then this was a 5-year. Our fire department strategic plan was a 5-year, and we met all of those, so they need to redo that. So it just depends on what we are trying to accomplish, but we also need to, what are they asking for? We try to make sure we get the community input, put it on paper, and then hitting the elements of that application for grants. And I don't know that yet, and really need to get around to giving more time towards that. Haven't yet.
All right, craft day.
Craft day right now is set for November the 15th. It'll be from 10 to 1. At the community center, we'll set up tables, different stations, beads,
Now you're doing it.
No beat.
painting, little foam ornaments
I'll
where you can put those
I'll
together.
do some Christmas ornaments, but I ain't doing no beads.
You know, different things. If y'all come up with something or see something, just holler at me and I can
And then
go grab it. You know, if they have the little wooden things
Do
that
we
the kids
need-
can paint, we
Do
have
you
plenty
need
of
stuff
paint.
like paint or anything like that?
Um,
Do you check?
I probably need to go through the paint that we have and update
if we
a
need
lot of
something
that
like
because that's been in there since I started.
Hmm.
So some of that is probably like
Let me know, cause
little to none or
we'll check the buggy.
okay.
not the buggy. We call Walmart. She coming, y'all.
Last year we did like hot cocoa and cookies and the kids loved that. So we may can do that again this time.
Okay. Right, breakfast with Santa.
That's set for December the 20th. It'll be from like 9 to 12. Pancakes, Santa Claus set up for pictures. Last year, the fire department helped cook, cause my mom was sick. And, of course this year we'll need help again with that. Lots of kids, lots of pancakes, lots of sticky syrup. So I'm just glad no one got sick last year.
I wanted to check on our agenda, but we had talked last time about maybe finding out about the parameters of Clark Mini Park. Have we been able to do that yet?
Wasn't in the minutes, so I didn't go back. 'Cause that's what I do. I review the minutes, make sure I did follow up with everything you asked.
Will you?
Sorry, I didn't.
Okay, just get that for us,
Yes, ma'am.
please. I'll put it on the.
I will have it for you next month or not by email.
Okay. I'm just working on something. I want to kind of know where our boundaries are before I go any further.
Did they take their bench away from the rest of the bench?
Yeah.
Did they move their bench, the rest of the bench at Airline? Someone just placed one over there. And it's got a lot of peel and rust on it.
Is everybody basketball goal?
Mm-mm.
When I was sitting over there, they would sit there and wait till they turn to play.
No, they got one over there for
I know
them.
they got one there, but somebody had brought it in.
Another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little rusty.
There's,
Kids can get hurt on
The
it.
ones by the basketball goals should be a new one.
It was, yeah,
that
but
the
that
Boy
was
Scouts set
yeah,
up.
the Boy Scout painted and did all that. I know that. I was just saying, I know
Well,
somebody.
Is
Yeah.
that one they brought in, like, could it be, like, if it's rusting and peeling, is it something that we could, scrape off and paint, or is it like crumbling and needs to go to the dump?
Needs to go with that.
Okay.
Normally, I would say that's a possibility, but with, once we closed downtown, we also had a big grant, they called it. We had several benches and tables that were very low.
Yeah.
But we can't do that until we close.
Yeah, I was just curious if that one needed to be thrown away or if it could be repurposed. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I hadn't seen it. I'm just
Yeah,
asking.
yeah.
If it was fixable and repurposable, I'd be willing to do
Usually
that.
on Sunday, they have a big cookout over there and they
Yeah.
play basketball. Oh, yeah.
Go get over there.
Mhm.
Probably from the creek or something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. We have anything else? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Oh, okay. Well, I said anything else.
You didn't ask for, I'm a visitor. Housing, Alicia, they want to be, put on your list, asking people to set up for the, Comet Trail. Housing, Mount Pleasant Housing,
Uh-huh.
and my other question, for the barbecue fest,
Uh-huh.
I know we talked about the Mount Pleasant High School game, but are we talking about the Alabama Tennessee game, like setting up a
That's what I was talking about.
screen?
Like the Bass team usually plays that on their TV, like
Yeah.
at their booth.
They do.
I didn't know, they didn't, that was just a question that,
Because on Saturday we will have
because I know at one time, did they not set it up down there at Heritage Bank in the parking lot?
So, to answer your question, I'm sure they will, but so they're not cornering the market, maybe we can use that same screen that we use Friday night to play it as well.
Okay,
I think, no, what's the time of that? Because I think the barbecue festival will shut down about 4. Is it a day? Is it 5? Is it an evening game or is it usually that afternoon game?
yeah, they were just wondering, I think it has been played,
I think that's been a marketing strategy for the last team.
that's it.
And I did
Mhm.
tell Cooper about fixing that breakfast for the farm. He's gonna let me know.
time is to be announced. It hasn't.
Mm.
So we don't know what time it is yet.
What hours do you have for the barbecue festival?
On Saturday from 10 to 5. That morning on the Saturday, they'll start out with the national anthem. Then the school dancers will come in. Then we'll have the costume contest. Then we'll have Hannah Cathy perform from 12:30 to 2. And then Art of Grace will dance and perform, and then Yonder Grove will come in from 2:45, 3 to 5 o'clock, and they'll shut us down.
Okay, what time do we need to be there on Saturday?
We will probably need to be there early to start allowing vendors to come in and get set up and get those people kind of in order and in their spaces.
Right, because I seem to remember being there very early.
Yeah.
Walking
Like
out on the
7.
street where people are
Yeah,
gonna be.
probably around 7 o'clock that morning.
I might suggest that we have like a map with the vendors and where they're assigned, and we have that to help
That's what
them.
I'm working on that.
Because when we were over at the community center, we kind of didn't know who was where, and it was kind of hard to help when you don't know who
Yeah.
was where.
So what we'll do is take that same format and if we know it, and
Yeah.
blow it up. Put the numbers and the vendors.
Yeah, we just have something. We had one sheet with
And
the
have several of them.
with them numbered, and then a list of 1 through 50 or whatever, and you're in slot 7. We can show you where slot 7 is and go
Yeah.
to the right
Yeah,
spot.
That
I think
kinda
we were
started
also
laying
marking
that
up the
out.
street with chalk, so like figuring out if it's a 10-foot section, 12 or 15 feet, with numbers, so we could say, okay, you're on this side, your third one down, but we're also giving them an indication on the street where to set up.
Yeah.
One thing I plan on doing too, because those 2 days are overwhelming, some of the staff that want to be here, and we'll compensate them accordingly, but having those here to help with, like you're talking about, if it's fire code related or just help set up. But
Mhm.
if it's 4 or 5 people that want to be here, I think it's along with the other people.
I think it'd be good if we had the people that are helping to direct people kind of know where they actually go. Would just be helpful. It's hard to help when you don't know, like, there's vendors, I don't know which one you're in, and there's where they are. But if we could, have that list, so people that are kind of assisting can point people in the right direction, or that would help.
For the ones that we have, I've already started kind of laying out a list and numbering the spots that he already has marked. And we can adjust that as time goes,
Yeah.
depending on how big we grow
Right.
and how far we need to like spread out across Main Street.
Yeah.
So I would suggest next month, let's do a earlier meeting just about Barbecue Festival and to get those final touches of whatever we come up with. And then in October meeting, actually we'll hand out all the changes and
Yeah.
everything. We got 2 months left, but I think if it's okay with her, we probably should have a planning session on 4:35.
Mhm.
A lot more detail into what we come up with for the next 30 days on the overall layout, and we'll know more about our vendors.
Okay. You have anything else?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Just appreciate all of y'all doing what you do.
Kathy, that's a lot. Thank you for
Yes,
your time, just getting us lined out. I know you've done it for many years.
Need a motion to adjourn over here, people.
I move that we adjourn this meeting.
Second.
Cheese